it's the vibe, and no, that's it, it's the vibe.
Hello my darlings, it's Chanel and welcome to another It's the Vibe. So once again, I went to Reddit, Books That Feel Like This, which is a lovely subreddit. You don't get bullied, which is the normal experience on Reddit. Everyone is really lovely there. But I gave them some photos and I got them to do their thing. So these are the photos that I submitted to get their recommendations. I will say that Bunny by Mona Awad was the most recommended, but Bunny is the most recommended book on this subreddit. No matter what photos you post, someone will recommend Bunny to you. So yeah, Bunny is a bit overdone here. But that aside, I did get some recommendations and I'll tell you what I would recommend at the end. So one of them was Ghost World by Daniel Clowes. So I'll just show you some of the illustration style. As you can see, it's done in a single color palette of a very vivid, minty sort of hospital scrubs green. And this is basically moody teenage girls talking shit. It reminded me a lot of Jane's Silent Bob, way less funny and clever. Personally, I thought the narrative was a bit disjointed. I think this originally ran as a serial in a comic book, and that might explain why. I guess you could say it's about growing apart, coming of age, but really I felt like it was about fuck all. The girls just love to shit on everyone. There is no plot, it's just mean girl gossip. It's not witty, it's whiny. As you might tell, I didn't really enjoy this one. However, read it. If you like mint green, bat masks and aimless girls, do I think this fulfilled the vibe? Look, she is donning a bat mask. So there is that. Bluebell. One second, I've got to help the cat. And obviously the color schematic, I mean, yeah, the color works, but the book was just so espresso depresso. And that's not the vibe I was going for. So I wouldn't recommend this to fit the aesthetic of the pictures personally. The next book that was recommended to me was Pizza Girl by Jean Kyung Fraser. So automatically from the colors of the cover, I was like, okay, yeah, I can see it. And this is about an 18-year-old pregnant girl. She's detached, delusional, drinking, and thinking 100 inane thoughts a day, like, what would the back of her throat taste like? And you're thinking, who's she? Well, she is a middle-aged mum that our 18-year-old protagonist develops an absolute obsession for when she calls up one day to request a pizza with pickles on top to please her picky son. The instant woman fascination, crush, obsession in this does kind of remind me of maybe Big Swiss and Milk Fed. It's giving that kind of vibes. There is no real rhyme or reason of why she's just honed in on this very mediocre woman, except for the fact that both of them are quite self-centered. Besides the two ladies, the 18-year-old has an incredibly supportive mum and boyfriend. So I think her mum was Asian American, so there is a bit of look about cultural differences there. Her boyfriend was incredibly sweet, very self-sacrificing. And so this was what made it hard to read. The main character is just incredibly unlikable. She self-sabotages and doesn't really experience any personal growth. That's how I felt. She's messy, she's unlikable, and the hardest thing for me to read about was that she was knowingly harming her child with her excessive drinking. She had an alcohol reading of 1.7 while pregnant. I thought the book was okay. I just felt like a lot of themes went unexplored. It mostly just focused on these very self-obsessed and shallow women, and it kind of left everything else in the dust. So I don't know, I wanted more from it. It had potential. I did like it, but it could have been amazing. However, it didn't pull that off for me. But read it. If you like angsty ennui, family addiction, and turtles with misshapen heads. Did this fit the prompt? Yeah, kind of. It kind of did. However, I felt like with the pictures, I wanted a bit more magical realism. You know, I don't know about you guys, but with the pictures I submitted, I felt like there was a bit of whimsy there. There was a bit of something extra, not just everyday life. So this was almost there, but not quite. And then I got the third recommendation, which was Weetzie by Francesca Leah Block. Obviously nailed it with the cover once again. This is about Marshmallow Sunday Angel Weetzie Bat, that is her name, and her leather mohawk gay bestie Dirk. And they ride around Glam and Slam LA, eat delicious food, go to whirly girly gigs, and wake up in strangers' beds on their quest to find true love. This book may or may not feature a terse genie granting 3 wishes. So this does have the magical vibes in here as well. The prose is very staccato and neon frothy, and I don't think that would appeal to everybody. At first, I was dubious and I thought, is this just a piece of fluff nonsense? But I'm glad I read it all, because there are heavy themes in this, and you do view them through this rainbow kaleidoscope. And Lanky Lizards, is this a ditzy, kooky novel? I haven't read anything like it. The plot is bananas, B-A-N-A-N-A-S. I know I should have said bananas, but I'm Australian, so forgive me. This is giving 3 Men and a Baby, Bewitched, I Dream of Jeannie, and Marilyn in a hot pink Cadillac sipping on a martini whilst cruising down the LA highway with a skinny dog riding shotgun. All I'm going to say is plug into the love current, ducky. This nailed the vibes. This absolutely nailed the vibes. 10 out of 10 was on point. I did enjoy myself, and I did actually find myself caring emotionally despite the fragmented lollipop style of narration. Read this if you like Strawberry Lipstick, Jane Mansfield, and Cars Named Jerry. So out of the 3 books that were recommended, this was the most fitting in regards to the prompts. If I was going to make a recommendation, I would recommend Silicone God by Victoria Brooks. But once again, besides the 3 that I picked, Reddit just supplied me with a shitload of books that I have never heard of and am very interested in reading. So they are an absolute excellent resource for mining less mainstream books that you would never in a million years come across in your own journey. I don't know how these guys out here in the world find these books, but I'm glad they have, and I'm glad they've told me about them. So those are the books that I read for It's the Vibe. Today I am going into the CBD. I've got to find some clothes for my teenager. I am going to a cafe. There is this amazing dessert place that I am so excited to check out. I was literally dreaming about it last night, just thinking about which desserts I'm going to get. And there's also a thrift store in this area of the CBD that I don't normally go to. So that's what's on the agenda today. So, and I am wearing a perfume today. This is by Profume. I'll put the picture up above. It's called Soriso. And to me, what this smells like is a woman who's wearing nothing but a garter and thigh-high stockings. She's in a dark, moody bedroom. There is a sandalwood candle burning, and she's pouring melted chocolate over her body. That's what it smells like. I will see how it wears down. I'm hoping the dry down and the longevity is fantastic, because then this is definitely going to be an absolute definite for me, but we'll see how it goes. But I'm enjoying the original scent. And I'll see you soon, baby. Oh, that was so gross. I'm so sorry. As soon as I said it, I got the ick. Oh, I apologize. I'll see you soon, guys.
tiramisu. This is Oreo, raspberry cheesecake, lemon meringue, pistachio. That one is creme brulee, and that one, oh my god, what one's that? Biscoff.
I forgot to mention the perfume. Unfortunately, the dry down was not it, so it smells like a woody toothpaste on my skin. So I am absolutely gutted. The opening scent was awesome, but yeah, this one's not for me. And it turns out I got on the wrong tram, so I now have to catch 2 other trams and walk in between. Oh, I wasn't paying attention, so this has added an extra 40 minutes to my journey, but what can you do? I'm going to sign off here. Until next time, stay back, stay dry.
It's just the vibe of the thing.